start today with the B-Pool final between Team Italy and Team Lebanon. Wir starten heute mit das Finalspiel der B-Pool zwischen Italien und Libanon. Italien spielt mit folgenden Spielern: Line-Up Italy, 57, Raron, 6, Stefan Vitilio, 7, JC Granito, 3, Vincenzo Giulio Conforti, 74, Alan Berto, 5, Alexander Spencer Lennon, 88, Alan Lorenzo, 2, Alexander Montolione, 91, Daniel Petreccia, 96, Ellen Villanqua, 90, Massimo Lettore, 89, Frank Giustini, 13, Anthony Novielli, 10, Daniel Zertacchi, 32, Daniel Bernacci, 27, Noah Edwards Carpaccione, 9, Anthony Alfredo Rizzato, 77, Cosimo Luigi Fontana, 94, Daniel Anthony Lombardi, 17, Anthony Roberto Rinaldi, 15, Anthony Sarno, 98, Bernino Gia Soracci, 8, Lucas Moreno Volta, and second goalkeeper of Team Italy is number 25, Thomas Borgia. Training coach of Team Italy is Visp and Raron.
Hey, those are my drone shots yesterday.
I was looking at it outside and it looked great.
They're terrible. I will give him a hard time until he pays me my gear back.
What? A beer. 2.
Yesterday was like, I forgot my wallet and my phone. He forgot his wallet and his phone died. He was like, I can't have a beer. I can.
Welcome back, ball hockey fans. Last day of the 2024 ISBHF World Hockey Championships. B pool final, Italy, Lebanon. Big one coming up for you as we take a look at some beautiful, amazing drone shots put together by the Swiss Tournament Organizing Committee. See fabulous Lons Arena where we are sitting. You can see the fan zone out there with all the tents along the main road. Lons Arena home to EHC Visp, members of the Swiss Professional League. Talking with the local people here when they play their home games. It's often a packed crowd. We'll see some more of those drone shots throughout the day today, including some amazing shots of just the Visp and Raron Valley. It's really a sight to behold for the people listening back home in North America. I've said it several times during the broadcast this week. If you ever have the chance to get to this part of the world, I can't recommend it enough. It's just absolutely beautiful. It really is. So much to do, especially if you're a nature lover. I mean, if you like going on hikes, you can hike to your heart's content over here. You like mountain climbing, you got the Alps. You like watching birds, there's all sorts of birds that migrate here. You want to do some fishing? Well, I'd say they got some beautiful lakes here in the Swiss Alps. You want to catch some sunshine? Well, this is the Sunshine Canton, as they call it, the Canton of Valais. I guess for my American listeners back home, this would be considered the Florida or Arizona of the Swiss Alps region. A lot of people like to come here for vacation because of the sunshine. Also, you want to take a bath in some hot springs? Well, I got some hot springs here too. Take a nice relaxing mud bath. Just all sorts of things to do. Can't say enough great things about this area, and also great things about the job that the Visp and Raron Tournament Organizing Committee has done welcoming the ISBHF family. Hope we get to come back here someday, as we're almost ready for the opening draw here in the B pool final. Apologize, as I had some technical issues with my phone, and I am waiting for the phone to finish rebooting, and as soon as it does, I will be able to get you some of the lineups here. But in the meantime, if your phone or your computer back home is working, be sure to head over to, guess what, folks? Stats.isbhf.com. You've heard me say it all week. We love to promote it. It's good for the game, good for the fans at home. You can see shots on goal, stay up to date on who's got the goals, the assists, all that good stuff. We're going to have a good time today. And this B pool final between Lebanon, wearing arguably the best uniforms here in Visp. They're traditional black with the green tree on front. It's a beautiful looking design, pardon me. Stumbled over my words there a little bit. Still early in the morning. I have only had 2 cups of European coffee, and unlike back in America, these are very small cups. And like most Americans, I tend to have large cups of coffee, but I will get the juices flowing here. It's been a long week as the ball is dumped in down deep, picked up by Lebanon. And they corral it, dump it out of the zone as they're going to get some fresh line changes here. And it looks like we have a hand pass in the neutral zone, so the faceoff will come back to the Italian side of center floor. Still struggling with the phone here, not sure what's going on. But we will get that sorted out. As the ball is dumped deep into the Lebanese zone. Okay, rifled around into the Italian zone. Picked up by Italy. Taken back behind the net. Up along the near boards. Player blows a tire there. Potential development here for Lebanon. Possible 3-on-2. Looking at numbers. Shot. Easily sticked aside. So picked back up by Italy as Lebanon gets some line changes here. Intercepted by Italy, but they are offsides. Heard a lot of players screaming there, so the faceoff will come back out towards center floor with 13 minutes remaining here in the opening period of the men's B pool final. Italy wearing white. The Italia logo on the front, Lebanon in black. The green pine tree. A uniform, some green trim around the edges there, dark green, blends in well. Italy gains his own, but Lebanon intercepts that. As the player just tripped over his own feet there. Not sure what happened. Goals number 98, Alexander Sagan. Well, Sagan corrals the ball back up. And Lebanon gains the zone here. Walk it in, shot. Nice butterfly save. Trying to see who got that shot off there. I couldn't get the number from up here. It looks like number 96 for Lebanon. That's Michael Zarzor. Take a look at the replay here. Good quick wrister there. And I'm trying to see who is in net for Italy now that my phone is working again. Battle along the far boards. Rifled in. Comes all the way towards the near boards. Lebanon with possession. Long shot deflected off of a foot. Fortunate break for Italy there because that ball went about a foot wide of the far post as Italy breaks in now potentially with numbers. Shot! No goal! They say it hit the crossbar. We're going to get video review here. Referee never signaled for the goal. Italy believes it went back bar. I can't tell from up here in the bird box, so we'll all have to rely on the video review together. And let's see here. So there's the drop pass. Quick shot. Ooh, I don't know from that angle. So the referee heads over to take a look at the high definition monitor here. Oh yeah, that's a goal. Yep. Absolutely. It just deflected off the crossbar and then the back bar and then came right back out. As you can see. So Philip Lorenko for Lebanon. Unfortunate break for him. He almost had it, but listen, that's a tough shot to stop, right? 2-on-1, you know, you can't get set in a position. And again, I'm a goaltender myself, so he did everything he could to stop that, right? It's the right play, just went off his shoulder. Then off the crossbar. And then back bar. And that's why that Italian player that gave the drop pass was the one who immediately celebrated because he had the best look at it. See who they give assist to, and referee signals it's a goal. Well, good start for Lebanon here. 11:41 remaining in the opening period.
3 minutes 19. Goal to Italy. Scorer number 91, Italian and Lebanese Men. Assisted by number 19, Massimo Del. New score, Italy.
So Daniel Patricia gets the goal, number 91. Obviously, you saw that on the replay. And the lone assist was number 19, Massimo Dettore. And when you look at that on the score sheet, it's a palindrome, 91-19. Boy, there's a word I bet you didn't expect to hear this week, huh? Palindrome, 9119. Bernacci picks it back up, centered into the zone. Long shot, easily handled there by Lourenco. So Christopher Ciparone in net once again for Italy. He has been fantastic for them in net. Obviously, they're in the B pool final. So Lebanon, just trying to give you some backstory here for those who have not been following the tournament all week. Lebanon started out in the B pool. They ended up the #1 seed of the B pool. Italy ended up as one of the 2 5 seeds between the men's A pool, as we have a shot here, just goes high over the net off the stick of the captain, Frank Giustini, former Team Canada player. One of the best pure goal scorers to ever come out of Canada in the modern ball hockey era, Giustini. A lot of big goals on his resume, playing for the Midnight Express back home. But getting back to Lebanon, so they end up winning the #1 seed in the B division. Italy finishes in 5th in the men's A division, Group 2, and then Great Britain finished in 5th in the A division, Group 1. So Italy and Great Britain had to play what's called a relegation game against Lebanon and Portugal, respectively. So the relegation game is to try and ensure fairness, because sometimes teams are in the B pool end up just are ultra dominant, and they really deserve an opportunity to compete in the A pool, right, against the better teams. And it's not fair to the other teams in the B pool, right, to have a team that talent-wise, you know, is just much better than everybody else. That was not the case this year. You know, Lebanon had the #1 seed. Portugal was #2, but Portugal and Lebanon both got beat by Great Britain and Italy. So fast forward, Great Britain ends up making the B pool bronze medal game. They are playing over at Raron Arena now. And Italy ends up here in the B pool gold medal game. So really what you're seeing here, right, in this game, I guess the point of this story, as I'm waiting for the caffeine to kick in, is, you know, these are the 2 best teams talent-wise at the B pool level. So we say, well, what does talent-wise mean, Chris? Right? Well, either of these teams were to play the 2 teams in the men's A pool final, there's a large disparity in talent, and it would not be a fair match. So one of the things the ISBHF wants to do is just make sure that, you know, these gentlemen have an opportunity to compete against players, right, of equal skill. Nobody likes a blowout. The players don't like it, right? And, you know, and even if you're on the winning side of a blowout, it's not fun, right? You don't fly halfway around the world to come here and just, you know, start demolishing people. As Lebanon rings the crossbar. Ooh, dangerous breakdown there for Italy as Sagan walked in and out. Italy on the counterattack all alone. Oh, what a diving play there Castasio tried to get it across, but fantastic diving play there on the part of, Ricardo Abdulad for Lebanon. So Lebanon now with the ball in the Italian zone. Drop pass. They have numbers here. Shot goes high over the crossbar where Ciparoni was. Battle along the far boards. Taken up by Lebanon. And we get a whistle here. It looks like a hand pass is going to be called with 7:13 remaining. In the opening period of the men's B division final, Italy leading Lebanon 1-0. There's that shot that rang the pipe right past the glove of Ciparoni. Well, hockey, right? People like to say in America, football's a game of inches, hockey is a game of millimeters. I'll tell you, you see that type of play there. Just a couple more millimeters and that ball probably would have rang off the post and hit the back of the twine. But fortunate for Italy, it didn't, so Lebanon will regroup. Flooring is the call, so faceoff come back down into the Lebanon zone. Lebanon coached by Ottawa Godfathers legend, James Brown. For those North American people back home, I think everybody in the world in the ball hockey community knows James Brown. Godfathers winners of many tournaments over the years. James, a fixture in the ball hockey community, just has his team playing outstanding. His assistant coach, Julio Aid, team manager, Pascal Malcoon, general manager, Antoine Ziade, and then your team staff, Andre Zarzor. James just done a tremendous job coaching these gentlemen up, you know, teaching them how to win along the way. And they have followed his instructions, and I certainly tip my cap to Mr. Brown. It is not easy as a shot is stopped there by Lourenco. Quick outlet pass from behind the net. I was going to say, it's not easy to get to a final. I don't care what division you're in. So when I say I tip my cap to Mr. Brown, I really do. It is hard to get to the final in any tournament. Anybody that's played ball hockey at a high level will tell you that. So to do it here in the men's B pool for Lebanon, believe me, they want this, as does Italy. So 6:05 left in the opening draw hand. Faceoff come back down deep into the Lebanese zone. Referee providing instructions here. And for Lebanon, this is their second straight trip to the finals. They lost to Bermuda in overtime in Laval back in 2022. So they're looking for their first gold medal here. And for the players that have returned on their roster from that squad, I'm sure they don't want to taste that kind of defeat again. Bermuda, one of those teams that just didn't have it this year. They played really well in 2022, but weren't bitten by the injury bug. Had a lot of returning players. One of the older teams in the men's B division. And they just, were unable to to put together, you know, some good victories and develop some momentum. It happens, right? As you've heard me say many times, winning is hard. You know, a lot of things have to go right for you. But for Lebanon, again, under the leadership of head coach James Brown, they were able to do this. As that is gloved up by Phil Lorenko, we'll get a stoppage here as face-off come back down into the zone with 4 minutes and 54 seconds remaining on the clock. And for Italy, obviously, you know, they started out in the A pool, so it's disappointing, you know, overall to end up in the B pool final, right? Being relegated to the B pool. Let's just call it what it is, right? You know, they were in the A pool because that's where they entered their team, and that's where they felt like they had enough talent to compete. Unfortunate for them, they didn't. It's just similar to Bermuda, right? In terms of the A division this year, right? They just didn't have it, and that happens. There's no, you know, there's no shame in that, right? Winning is hard. Not everybody's going to make it to the finals, to the medal round. You know, it's just hard to do, right? There's 10 teams in the men's A division that started out, and only 4 of them are going to have a chance to play for some hardware, and only 2 of them are going to have a chance to play for the gold medal, the Czech Republic and Canada, later today. You know, so there's no shame in just not having it, right? You know. As I said, for a lot of other teams, you know, similar story. It wasn't for lack of effort as Lebanon walks it in. Shot score! Gets the equalizer! I believe that went off the top of the pad and between the glove of Ciparoni off the stick of number 33, Adam Chebley. And I'll tell you, Lebanon needed that. It's been quiet along the bench. Now they're up on their feet. Cheers all around. We'll take a look at the replay. So Chebley able to walk that in, picks his head up, fires a spot. Yeah, it just beats Ciparoni right between the pad and the glove. Right in the 2-hole. And we get a face-off violation. So Chebley gets the goal, and number 10, Christopher Matthews, gets the assist. Italy looking for a breakdown, trying to get numbers there. Shot, oh, what a save! Keeping his team in it, Philip Lorenko. Sent it down deep on Ciparoni. Italy now looking to develop a counterattack. Lebanon trying to hustle back, developing 2-on-1, but they were able to negate it with just under 3 minutes remaining here in the opening period. Italy and Lebanon all square at 1. Sent along the far boards for Italy. Could gain the Lebanese zone. They do. Trying to walk it in all alone there. Number 91, bad save again by Lorenko. Good job there by the goal scorer, Daniel Patricia. Nice set of hands on him. Face-off violation here. Referee will redrop the ball. Face off won by Lebanon. Italy with it, long shot goes wide. Picked up by Nasser. Nasser behind the net. Centering attempt. To the stick of number 88, Basil Boulos. We're gonna get a whistle here. Minute 42 remaining. Italy and Lebanon men's B pool final. All square at 1. So good save on that shot. And we get an offsides here. So face-off will come back down deep. Referee's calling that intentional offsides here. So Lebanon's silver medal in 2022 in Laval, their overtime loss to Bermuda, was their first ever medal. Italy has one silver medal in the B pool. So for one of these two teams, it'll be their second silver medal, but be their first gold. So one of these two teams is going to be very proud on that plane ride back home, having won their first ever gold medal in the men's B pool. Italy has won a bronze medal in the men's A division. Their only medal in the men's A division came in 2005. At the event held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the United States. So picked up, walking in. Lebanon trying a sliding block shot right into the breadbasket. Off the stick of number 89, the captain, Frank Giustini. As Lebanon gains its own here, nowhere to go with it. Drop pass. Italy trying to block the shot. Rattles around. Long shot from the point, easily handled by Ciparoni. Picked up by Italy, less than 40 seconds left. Onto the captain, Frank Giustini. He's just gonna backhand that in, go off for a change. Less than 20 seconds remaining here. Lebanon just looking for an outlet pass, but I know you can't see it on the screen. None of their forwards are moving. They're just really just standing here through the neutral zone. So we might just end up killing time. And that's what we're going to do. So that'll be the end of this one for the first period. Italy and Lebanon all square, content to take it into the locker room 1-1. We'll be back in 10 to bring you the start of the action here. Italy and Lebanon men's B pool final 1-1.
Das Resultat nach dem ersten Drittel im Finalspiel von B-Pool zwischen Italien und Lebanon ist 1:1. See you in 10 minutes.
I can do
wird
that.
zum Profi.
I haven't
Post them and I'll
Ochsnerhockey.ch
Do you Facebook? Because we don't, no one ever took pictures of us when we were little, so we like the pictures. So post them on Facebook if you can, so that.
I need to drink some water.
Oh, that's my. I have seen a picture. That's awesome. Oh yeah, let me see what I got. I think we both have the same something.
Then I brought it.
Oh, that looks nice. Oh, cool. So if you can send that to me, I'll send
Yeah, I
it.
will. I have a few other from him.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll
I'll send it.
Yeah, we'll just finish it then.
Yeah, no worries. Whenever you get it done.
Yeah, probably on Monday, I think. I'm working July.
Okay. Yeah, I got this. Here, you have the ball higher than me. Yours is better. I had it a little bit low.
we're back here ready for start of the second period. Men's B pool final. Italy wearing white, Lebanon back in the gold medal game for the second straight tournament. Lost to Bermuda in overtime in Laval, Quebec in 2022. This will be the first gold medal for either Lebanon or Italy in the men's B pool division. As the referee gets ready for Ciparone to take his spot here, was a little late getting over from the bench, but we are ready to go now, underway. Battle down deep. Italy rifles it around. All the way up, they gain the Lebanon zone. 2-on-2 here. Italy trying to find a passing lane. Can't, end up dumping it on net. The referee has it and was looking at the referee like, hey guy, where's the whistle? Referee a little late on the whistle there, but hey, it happens. All right, been a long week for the referees as well. As you see on the replay there, good sportsmanship by Italy and Lebanon. Neither player getting upset there. Just two hockey players battling for position. This is a final game for both teams. Certainly want to end on a positive note. Always makes the plane ride back home easier. Picked up by Jason Granito. Walking it out. Deflected by Lebanon. Now Italy gains the zone. Rinaldi has it. Drops it off. Back for Granito. Sent in down low. Intercepted by Lebanon. Uh-oh, breakdown down low. All alone. Shot misses the net. Adam Bevilacqua had an opportunity there to put Italy back ahead.
Quick.
Tried to go backhand, forehand, backhand, just unable to tuck it in. Good job by Philip Lorenko. Stuffing the far post on that one. See here, all alone, and yep. Credit to Lorenko. Standing tall in net there. We get a face-off violation here. We will redo the draw. Back to the point for Italy. Long shot goes high up off the glass. Center attempt deflected off of a foot. Back behind the net goes Lebanon. And the ball ends up in the bench here. So we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone with 13-12 remaining in the second period. Italy and Lebanon knotted at 1. Men's B pool final. Face-off will come actually to center floor. Taken back by Italy in their own zone. Sam Patiglio with it. Back behind the net, looking for a long outlet pass, dumped up. And Italy unable to corral that, just a little too far off the stick of Cosimo Luigi Fontana. Italy head coach Chris Malkassian trying to rally the troops up there on the bench. So still, referees, you know, I got to tell you, not to make light of anything here, right? This is a B-pool final. It's just surprising to me to see players continually need to be told how to line up for a draw by the referees. I mean, I get it. You're trying to find every possible edge, but it just seems like, as Italy gains the zone here, shot goes wide, it just seems like we have had to provide instructions on approximately 50% of the draws here, as Lebanon player loses his stick and is now just, well, you can't kick it on net. He loses his footing. That would certainly be a penalty. Well, not a penalty, but even if you manage to kick the ball into the net, it doesn't count as a goal. It would just be a whistle. You can't kick the ball as a shot on net. Ball hockey. Also can't kick someone else. Kicking is a penalty. This is not European football, or as we call it in North America, soccer. As Lebanon tries to get, oh, nice move there. Shot swallowed up by Ciparoni, right off the stick of Joe Seide. Heck of a nifty move there by Seide. Sweet little toe drag. I tell you, Ciparoni may have the worst haircut in all of Visp right now, according to his teammates, but guy's just been solid at net, man. He's a very positionally sound goaltender. And if you're a family or friend of Christopher Ciparoni, hey, it's a shot as he makes another save. I'm a Christopher myself. The last thing I will ever do is insult another Christopher, right? We Chris's got to stick together. But I did an interview with Daniel, one of his teammates here, Daniel Vernacci, as we get a call here, obvious right in front of the ref. Vernacci's the one who said it. You know, the only bad thing about Ciparoni is he's got the worst haircut in Switzerland right now, but a grown man can make decisions of his own volition, as you see that haircut up on the Jumbotron. So, you know, for Italy, getting back to that call there, I can understand why the player did that, right? That's a play that, you know, you can understand the thought process there as a hockey player, right? So it's a penalty that has hockey value. The guy beat you towards the net. You don't want him to just walk in all alone on the goaltender. So, right, you take the penalty. You know, you see it happen at the NHL level, right, where guys, you know, try and break up a 2-on-1 and, you know, they slide into someone, take a tripping call or interference. If ever, you know, there was what you call a good penalty to take, right? That's the type of penalty you want to take. So Lebanon opportunity here to take the lead. Oh, soft pass intercepted. Italy now is going to get the clear. Good read on the play by Porter Rinaldi. Rifled in by Lebanon. They give chase, played up by Ciparoni. Intercepted by Lebanon, back to the point. Over to Abu Musa. Down low to Matthews. Abu Musa shot, waffled the side. Matthews picks it up. Back to Abu Musa. Cross forward pass. Down low to Matthews, shot, save. Back to Abu Musa, long shot from the point, gets blocked by Italy. Good job clogging the shooting lane by Vernacci. So flooring on the play there by Lebanon, 15 seconds remaining. You see a couple of Lebanese fans here in attendance. Face-off one back by Lebanon, but running out of time here on the man advantage. 7 seconds left. So Italy will get the successful penalty kill, see if they can generate some momentum off of that.
Team Italy is playing full strength now. Team Italian is complete.
Sent in down low off the stick of number 65, Zachary Rocca. Picked up by Italy now. They don't have numbers here, and we have an offsides call.
Offside.
You know, Italy, it's been a funny week for them in terms of how they've played. I mean, you know, they took the United States to overtime in the United States in the men's bronze medal game. You know, but early in the week, they just were not getting breaks. I mean, they hit a lot of posts, had just a lot of good scoring opportunities, right? They just weren't ringing the buzzer for the goal horn for one reason or another. You know, I called several of their games, and, you know, they had the talent, led by Captain Frank Giustini. It just was one of those tournaments, right, where you can't quite put your finger on it, but you just not find, you know, the ball's not finding the back of the net. And in the interview I did with Versace after the U.S.-Italy game, you know, he even said it himself, you know, that they don't feel like they're getting the results based on the effort they're putting in. And that happens sometimes, you know, in tournaments. Again, not everybody can go home with hardware. Not everybody will, right? That's why we play elimination games. As Italy, a good read on the play there, gets an opportunity here in the zone, trying to look for something. Cross-floor pass, trying to center it back in. Giustini can't get it quite on net. Shot, blocked. Italy with a good cycle here. Rifled it all the way around to the far boards. The Captain Giustini trying to back check on here. Intercepted at the point by Italy. Dumped back in down low. Giustini's going to go off for a change. And we have a penalty coming up on Italy. I believe it's going to be a tripping call. As the Lebanese netminder Philippe Lorenko heads to the bench. So that'll be a flooring call on the part of Lebanon. Let's see who the penalty is on. No, I was incorrect in my assessment. That will be a slashing call. And it looks like number 96, Adam Bevilacqua. All right, so Bevilacqua heads to the box. 7:48 left in the second period. Men's B division final. Italy and Lebanon, both countries looking for their first ever gold medal in the B pool. Referee's getting set for the draw here. I'm not sure what the delay was. The referee was over there talking with the timekeeper. Prime opportunity here for Lebanon to take their first lead of the day. Back to Abu Massa. Sends it over to Kakab. Down low to Matthews. Center attempt. Whiffed. Back to Abu Massa. Long shot from the point. Just missed. Left of the pipe. Chased back by Abu Massa. Intercepted by Canada. Sent all the way the length of the floor. Lorenko will come out. Advance it up. Intercepted by Italy. Here's an opportunity, walking in all alone. Vernacci, score! Backhander! Right through the 5-hole, short-handed goal. Italy goes up 2-1. Daniel Vernacci walking in all alone. Made no mistake about that one. Well, Lebanon hanging their heads. Head coach James Brown trying to rally the troops right now. Italy energized on the bench. Take a look at the replay here. Just a nice move by Bernacci.
Team Italia. Number 32, Italian Bernacci. Assisted by 19, Massimo Dottore. New score, Italy.
So Dottore gets his second assist on the day. As Lebanon gains his own, they'll step back up on the penalty. 50 seconds remaining. Long shot blocked down in front by Italy. Able to get the clear. Abu Massa was unable to keep that in. Over to Matthews. Back to Abu Massa. Try and gain the zone here. Chip it in deep. Oh, intercepted by Italy. Good read on the play, but bad outlet attempt intercepted by Matthews. And then a pass that just was unable to be corralled by number 88, Basile Boulos. Shot hits the side of the twine. Good look at the net there for Alexander Sagan. 15 seconds left on the man advantage. Italy unable to get the clear. Still unable to get the clear. Sagan with it. Sagan settling it down. Over to Matthews. Wrist shot blocked, but it goes out in front. Lebanon unable to corral it up. And that'll do it for the man advantage as Lorenko comes out. Backhands it up towards center floor. Into the zone it goes as Lebanon's going to get some line changes here. Italy now with an opportunity. Lebanon on the back check. Good job there preventing the shot attempt by David Lombardo. Pardon me, Lombardi. Lebanon. Shot, easy pass, a rebound, went right to the stick of number 47, Joe Saidi, as he went crashing into Ciparoni. No call on the play. All right, so Italy takes possession now back behind the net. 5 minutes remaining here in the second period of the B pool final. Sent up by Italy. Nice spin move there, walking in all alone, glove down. What an outstanding save there. Lorenko flashing the glove.
Thanks very much. First penalty of Visp and Raron. Penalty
See there on the replay, just good positional goaltending. Prevents Anthony Rinaldi from giving Italy a 2-goal lead here. So Lebanon get an opportunity here, 2-on-1. One off of a foot. Intercepted by Lebanon, down low. A little too far. That was Basile Boulos, who was down low all alone, unable to reach that one as Italy goes on the counterattack now. Centering attempt blocked by Lebanon. Lebanon now trying to get a cycle going here. All the way back to the point. Long shot. Tip, deflected up over the glass. Good deflection there by Lebanon. Intercepted by Lebanon in the neutral zone. Player loses his footing. Battle behind the boards. Italy working the cycle. Still a battle along the far boards. Now they kick it out to the point. Sent back in towards the near boards. Picked up by Lebanon. Italy now with it. Working through center. They gain the zone. Satachi has it. Satachi sent around to Lagazzo, back to the point. Long shot, right into the glove of Lorenko, and he'll just take the whistle here. With 2:10 remaining in the second period, Italy leading Lebanon 2-1. A shorthanded goal by number 32, Daniel Vanacci. Centering attempt goes all the way across to the far boards, picked up by Lebanon. And back along the near boards, one-time attempt blocked by Italy. Good read there by number 98, Carmine Soraci. Seems to be potentially injured though, limping a little bit. He's gonna head over to the bench now. He's definitely favoring a leg. So Granito will come out on the floor for him. Lebanon picks it up, but turns it over to Italy along the far boards. Back to the point. Looking for a wrist shot on net. Turnaround attempt gets deflected up into the mesh netting with 1:12 left. So we'll have a face-off down low in the Lebanon zone. Referee, again, here we go with the instructions. I gotta tell you, it's just surprising, right? These are world championship level players. Like, I understand you're trying to squeeze an inch here and there, but at some point, right, you just got to line up for a face-off.
1 minute left in the second period.
Last minute of play in the period. Lebanon trailing Italy 2-1. They look to gain the zone. They do, but taken over by the Italians. Shot right into the glove of Lorenko. Boy, I tell you, he's got one of the best gloves I've seen in this tournament. I was able to see a couple of their games on the replay from the feed at Raron. Ball is blown dead here. Referee is gonna just redrop this with 29.2 seconds left. Picked up by Lebanon. Shot, oh, glove save again by Lourenco. Well, Italy's just gonna have to start shooting to the blocker side here. I mean, seems everything that goes to the glove side, he gets a glove on. Here's an opportunity. Lebanon clogging the shooting lanes. Great job there, that'll do it for the period. No, no, referee immediately says no. Italy screaming, but that's heard the goal horn and then saw the ball squirt to the back of the net here. Italy arguing for a video review, which they will get. I don't believe it was a goal from up here. I heard the horn, then saw the ball, and the referee immediately signaled no. So we will take a look. I mean, credit to Italy, right? I mean, play to the buzzer, right? You didn't hear the goal horn go off. Play to the buzzer and do the best you can. So, referee talking with the goal judges.
After video review,
No goal.
the goal of the ring is confirmed no goal.
Okay, so you'll see here the Italian player just throws it right up off the foot of Lourenco. Skirts back up, but goal horn had sounded. So 10-minute break between periods. We'll be back to bring you the final period. Men's B pool final. Italy clinging to a 1-goal lead over Lebanon. See you back here in 10.
I'm going to London
I know, today?
now.
How long does it take to get there? Flying?
Well, I have to take a train to Boston first.
You have to train to where?
To Boston.
Where's that?
It's on the border with France.
Oh.
Lass dein Traum wahr werden. Wird zum Profi. ochsnerhockey.ch
controls what goes up there. So this is a bad thing. So we have the stream that is going. There's no graphic on that. There's no video review. You don't see video review on the stream.
Because before we had a video review on the goal,
Yeah.
and we went up there before the referee did his call.
Yeah, but we don't control that. That's in the office.
We'll let them know.
Yeah, again, we don't really have that much. How much time do we have?
But it makes me feel worse.
It makes you feel worse?
Because in there's like 3 times, like the caffeine there is in a Red Bull.
Oh my
So
god,
you-
heart attack.
So I feel like I have like so much energy, but I feel dead at
also
the
feel
same
like you
time.
have a heart
Like my body doesn't have energy, but my brain is
Oh yeah,
thriving.
that's even worse.
What was your question?
Welcome back. Third period action about to start here in the men's B pool final. Italy leading Lebanon 2-1. Both countries looking for their first ever gold medal in the men's B division. Each country has a silver medal to their credit. Lebanon's coming most recently at the 2022 tournament in Laval, Quebec. Lost in overtime to Bermuda.
I think I've seen everybody, but I don't know the name. I'm just like, hey, what's up? And
Elio's the president of the ISBHF.
Looked like the FAR referee was checking something there with the timekeeper. Not ready to get underway, but we are still waiting for the Italian netminder, Christopher Ciparroni. Have to imagine he's having some type of equipment issue here. Now the referees are going over to talk to the Italian head coach. Both of them are over there. Referee walking back over now to center floor. Well, not sure what they said to Italy head coach Chris Malcassian. Lebanon now having a discussion with the referees at center floor, and there comes Ciparroni. Okay, now that that's sorted out, back to the action here, ready for the draw. Which team will walk away with their first ever gold medal in the men's B pool? Italy or Lebanon? Coming up next, we have two more games. The men's bronze medal game, which will be the United States taking on the hometown team, Switzerland. They've been the story of the tournament, one of the youngest teams. Looking for their first ever medal in the men's A pool. For the United States, their return trip to the bronze medal game, they won the bronze by defeating Greece in 2022 in Laval. So if the United States can defeat Switzerland, this would be the first time in U.S. men's history that they have medaled in back-to-back tournaments. So either way, history will be made in the bronze medal game. As the shot gets deflected down low, Lebanon player was unaware that the ball was by his feet as it squirts up into the Italian bench. Expecting a lot of fans here on another beautiful day in Visp, Switzerland for the hometown team, Swiss. They've certainly had home field advantage, I'll tell you that. Face off center floor, picked up by Italy. Sent down into the near boards. Italy looking to get a cycle going here. Fontana down there along with Anthony Novielli, but Lebanon intercepts it. Gains the zone. Good work there by Abu Massa. Abu Massa has it poke checked away, but down low, shot saved by Ciparroni. Dumped in back down deep by Lebanon, looking to find a player cutting to the net, but the ball rolled off of the stick. Oh, little give and go. Nice read on the play on the part of Cosimo Fontana. But that's going to end up as a flooring call. Face will come back down deep to the Italian zone with 13:31 remaining. Face off, one back by Lebanon, but then intercepted by Italy. Up to the point, kept in. Long wrist shot, ends up on the stick of a Lebanon player. Ooh. Had an opportunity there. That one sticked aside by Ciparoni. Fontana with it. Dumps it in deep. Alvielli had it, but turns it over to Lebanon. Set up along the boards. Lebanon thought they might have been too many men there, but no call. Referee immediately signaled it was good. Centering attempt is missed. Picked up in the corner by Italy. Battle still down low. 12 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third period here. Italy protecting a 1-goal lead. And we're going to get a call now here from the far referee. High stick. So Lebanon will go on the power play. Looks like they're sending out Boulos, 88. I see number 33, Chebli. Matthews, number 10. Number 23, Paul Cobb. And number 18, Andrew Abamosa. Well, this is Lebanon's opportunity, obviously, to get the equalizer. Going to have to do a better job than they did on the first power play. I mean, they're moving the ball well, just not getting clean looks at the net. Credit to Italy for locking up those shooting lanes.
32, penalty team Italy, number 94, David.
So Lombardi, number 94 for Italy, gets a penalty for high sticking. Lebanon back to the point. Long wrist shot goes wide. Ciparoni was screened on the play. Chebli has it. Chebli tried to go softly down low, deflected by Delzato. Back to Chebli. From the point. Oh, Chebli wasn't expecting that. Back down low. Shot wide. Rebound stuffed. And it looks like the net got a little dislodged there. Referee blows it dead. Ciparoni had that post locked down. Minute 19 remaining on the man advantage. Take a look at the replay here. It's a long shot from the point. And Basil Boulos trying to stuff that in on the short side. Face off to the right of Ciparoni. Long shot from the point, score! Just like that, Lebanon ties it up on the power play on an absolute howitzer from the point by Paul Kakab. Lebanon right back in it. Italy arguing something with the referee here. That's Noah Edward Cappuccioni that was arguing with the referee. Obviously, I can't hear what they're talking about. Don't know what the argument was. Looks like a perfectly good goal to me. I mean, nothing Ciparoni can do. You can see, right? It's just between the helmet and the glove. Just one of those shots that has eyes, you know, going a $110 off the stick, and there's nothing you can do. So Italy just has to put it behind them. Lebanon right back in it. Costly high sticking penalty there for Italy. Let's see how they handle this adversity. Lebanon now with the momentum. And we have an offsides call here. Face-up will come back into the neutral zone. Well, actually, face-off, my apologies, come back down to even the Italian zone. That's where the pass originated from. Take a look at the replay here. Ready for the draw, one back by Lebanon, one-timer, just goes wide. Good clean win there by Lebanon.
Assisted by number 18, Andrew Abumusa. Assisted by 53, Alan Shepley. New score, Italy 2, Lebanon 2.
So Kakab on the goal, they just announced the assist. Andrew Abumusa gets primary assist, and then secondary assist goes to Adam Chebley. Long shot in, just swallowed up as the net gets completely dislodged by the Italian player's momentum. That was the captain, Frank Giustini. And now Lebanon screaming that an Italian player bumped a Lebanese player to the floor. Happened right below me. Lebanese player gets up off the floor. Well, the referee's signaling that he's going to go to the video review here. Let's see where this is an interesting development here. Video review coming up. Let's see if we can see what happened. So here's the replay. If you look all the way in the far screen, oh yeah, he absolutely knocked him down. I mean, they're walking to the bench. Maybe they're chirping at each other, but that's a shot to the head. Listen, I don't have a horse in this race, but if I'm Lebanon, I'm screaming, that's a call. That is absolutely unsportsmanlike conduct. There's just no reason to be punching people in the head as you're walking to a bench. I understand it's hockey and emotions are high. It's the championship game, but you need to be in control of your emotions as you see James Brown anxiously awaiting an answer here. Well, this could be huge. I couldn't see who from Italy, based on the video review, was the one who delivered what appeared to be a punch that knocked the helmet backwards and then sent that Lebanese player to the floor. Again, folks, I'm trying to be balanced in my approach here. I don't have a color commentator to turn things over to, but I've been around the game a long time. I get it. It's the B pool final. It's a 2-2 game. You know, chirping's going to happen, right? But you just got to be smarter than that. I can't really see the number on the replay here. It's a Lebanese player that ends in 2, and I'm trying to see who from Italy. So, okay, so they're chirping, right? You can see them, right? For Italy, I'm trying to see who that is. Looking at the roster, could that have been number 10, Daniel Sitaci? Could have been 19, Massimo Dottore. I can't see from my vantage point. Wow, what a turn of events this could be. Well, the captains are anxiously awaiting the call here. You see Giustini over there. Here it is. Both captains getting the explanation. Yeah, they're calling a penalty on Italy. Wow. Yeah, it's number 10, Daniel Sitaci.
Also die Italiener haben geboxt, oder?
So the captain for Lebanon, Basil Boulos, was standing there, and he got the explanation as well, along with Frank Giustini. Listen, this is just something else. You rarely see something like this happen in ball hockey, and yeah, I'm trying to be balanced in my delivery of the commentary here. I just don't understand that penalty. I get it. It's hockey. It's chirping, but right, situational awareness for all you young players out there. Right, that's as good an example of a bad, unnecessary penalty as you'll see in this sport. So back to the action. Opportunity for Lebanon here to take the lead. Let's see what they can do. Lebanon working it down low, back to the point. Long wrist shot. Butterfly save, Ciparoni. Picked up by Boulos. Drops it off for Chebley. Back to the point. Kakab tied it up. Sends it down low. Lebanon looking for a shooting lane here. Fans on the attempt. As Italy's going to get some wholesale line changes here. And now we have a potential breakaway. Italy screaming it all out. Oh, what a stop! Bailing out his team. Well, Noah Edward Capriccioni almost completely turned the momentum of this game around. As Philip Lorenko had to make a quick decision here. Do I come out and go for the poke check, or do I wait and just try and make the save? "20 seconds left on the man advantage here for Lebanon. They've only had one shot on net. Doing a lot of passing, not a lot of shooting. Shot off the boards, batted. Ciparoni locked the post down. Oh, fanned on the pass. Italy trying to get a counterattack going here. Lebanon's gonna have to hustle back. Center attempt redirected, stopped. Outstanding job by Lorenko. Italy successfully kills the penalty. Mabud gains his own. Or, pardon me, Barada. Long shot, deflected into the corner. Picked up by Italy just past the set 8 minutes remaining mark here in the third period. 2-2 affair. Picked up by Lebanon. They don't have numbers here. Long shot from the point, goes wide. Picked up by Italy. Intercepted by Lebanon. Bad outlet pass, waffled aside by Ciparoni. Nope. Back to the point, but mishandled as Italy's going to get some changes here. Lebanon along the far boards. Up along the near boards. Referee separating the players here. We'll get a face-off down low. Face-off one back by Lebanon. Shot deflected off of a leg. I believe it was Lebanon's own player, the captain Busos. Tried to jump up out, but the ball hit him on the knee. And we're going to get a flooring call here with 6:47 remaining in the third period of the men's B pool final.
We got a bronze game of 1300 hours between USA and home team Switzerland. And at 1600 hours, we got the final of Pool A men's World Championship on hockey between Team Canada and Team Czech Republic. So stay here, North Carolina, and watch those matches go on this Saturday, June 29th.
One by Lebanon, shot off of a foot, back to the point. Battling back behind the boards. Lebanon trying to circle it out in front. Shot. I believe that one off the pipe. Good turnaround effort there on the part of Lebanon. All sorts of pressure in the Italian zone. Italy desperate for a clear here. They get it. Lebanon giving chase. And nobody there for Lebanon. That's going to result in a flooring call. Come all the way back down to the left of the Lebanese netminder's been outstanding this game, Philip Lorenko. Here's the turnaround effort. I think you see it hit the pipe. Yeah, it did. So referee sending Lebanese players back out onto the floor. Rattled around to the near boards, taken by Italy. They have not had any sustained zone time to speak of here in the third period against Lebanon. Thanks to a couple of penalties. Shot, trickled in, score! Wait, the referee's blowing it off. Referee signaled no goal. Controversy potentially about to erupt here at Lonzo Arena as Italy is screaming. But if the referee blew the play dead, that should be it. If he lost track of the ball and he blew the play dead, it doesn't matter what happened after that. Okay, let's take a look at the play here. So there's the shot. Looks like the goaltender has it. You can see the referee has the whistle up to his mouth there. And then it squirts loose, right? So the referee can't see that. It's not a question of, of whether or not, right, the ball was ever loose or covered, the referee couldn't see it. So if he can't see it, right, referees are supposed to blow the play dead once they lose track of the ball. That's just hockey 101. Italy at center floor, they think this should be a good goal. Lebanon all the way back deep in their own zone. They believe this should not be a goal. Referee's still discussing. I mean, if the video review is whether or not, the ball crossed the line, that's obvious. This would have taken, you know, a nanosecond for them to figure out. The discussion has to be them listening to the audio feed, synced up with the video feed, to try and determine when did the referee blow the whistle. So the on-floor referee providing instructions here to Italian captain Frank Giustini, along with a Lebanese player. I can't see who that is. That is number 65 for Lebanon, Zachary Roca. Ciparoni with that just outstanding haircut. Referee in chief Michael Wabi there providing guidance, make sure they get the correct call. All right, we're gonna get a decision here. Goal! Wow. The Italians take a 3-2 lead, 5:44 remaining. Unbelievable. So Rinaldi, I believe, will get the goal on that.
After review, the ball was never closed by the goalie, and it crossed the line before the referee whistles. So
they just announced it here. Yeah, the referee, the ball crossed the line before the referee blew the whistle. That's why we have video review. Get the call right. Plus, if you're Lebanon, I get it. You're upset, right? But got to put it behind you. There's 5 minutes, 44 seconds remaining to play here. Got to find a way to get one. Lebanese head coach James John asking for the explanation from the referee. I mean, so you can see, right? So Lourenco never had it smothered, okay? Rinaldi, I mean, you can see the ball the whole way. It's moving. Okay, James Brown gets his explanation. And we're ready for the drop.
39-60, goal team Italy. Score by number 17, Roberto Rinaldi. Unassisted. New score, Italy 3.
So unassisted, Anthony Roberto Rinaldi right now has the gold medal winning goal in his pocket if this score holds.
Unassisted. Neue Spielstand Italien 3, Lebanon 2.
Can Lebanon answer? As the ball went into the Italian bench, going to come back out to the neutral zone. Got a great one for you coming up here. Hometown Switzerland looking to bring home their first ever medal here in the men's A division. We'll take on the United States. Their second consecutive trip to the bronze medal game, but first time in U.S. history that the men's team has made 2 consecutive medal games. So congratulations to them, right? Again, not everybody can make it this far. I understand you're disappointed you're not playing for gold, but better to go home with some hardware than none. And then after that conclusion of the tournament, the gold medal game between the defending champion Canada and the Czech Republic, a rematch of the 2022 final. Took place in Laval, Quebec. Clash of styles in that one. The Czechs just very physical, very large gentlemen. Canada with that lethal power play, precision ball movement. Both teams exceptionally high hockey IQs. Oh, it should be a great one. Italy now with the ball in the zone. Lebanon aggressive on the forecheck. Trying to body the man into the boards. Comes up along the near boards. Italy still hemmed in their own zone. Good pressure here by Lebanon, who almost had it. Good work there by number 10, Christopher Matthews, trying to poke check that away. Lebanon able to advance that ball up towards center floor. Onto the stick of Matthews. Tried to softly feed his captain there, but intercepted by Italy. Here's Granito with it, shot, pad save, rebound. Oh, it just rolled off the stick. Oh, David Serino almost had an opportunity to put Italy up by 2 with 3 minutes 24 seconds remaining here in the game. Back to the point. Tiglio over to Granito. Granito just dumps it in towards net. Goes wide. Both teams hustling for it. Good work by Haber there. Over to Matthews on the center floor now. Lebanon does not have numbers. Joe Saidi with it. Lebanon does not have numbers. Oh, but Ciparoni misplayed that out of his glove. Almost gave up a free rebound to Saidi. Ball back into the Italian zone. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Lebanon trying to force the Italians back in action. Content to just not let them sit there. No call in the play. Italy screaming for a call. That was Granito that took that whack and went down. Listen, it's good hockey. Again, I don't have a horse in the race, right? You don't want a chintzy call like that. If the roles are reversed, believe me, both teams would feel the same way. As Lebanon now potentially has a 4-on-3. They do gain the zone, but Italy gets back. Last 2 minutes of play here. Lebanon looking for the equalizer, intercepted by Italy. Sent up out of the zone, and we're going to get a flooring call here. Well, one of the Italian staff is up here in the stands below me, and he is adamant that that ball was deflected. He is screaming at the referee. Did not look like it was deflected from my vantage point. Looked like a good call, but I can appreciate and understand the man's passion. You know, you come this far, right? Last thing you want is for something to happen where you end up having to take a draw in your own zone, and it leads to a goal, right? So I get it. All right, timeout Lebanon. James Brown coaching them up. As is Chris Malkassian for Italy.
Timeout is over.
All right, timeout's over. Lebanon has pulled Philippe Lorenko from the net. 6-on-5, empty net for Lebanon. Face-off picked up by Lebanon. Centering attempt. Just rolled off of a stick. Lebanon trying to hem the Italians in here. Intercepted. Lebanon takes control. Probably go back to the point here. They do. Centering attempt shot. Oh, what a pad save, Ciparoni. Boy, that was a beaut. Italy now with possession. Can they get the empty netter? No, they just dump it in and get some fresh line changes. Minute 10 remaining in the game here. Men's B pool final. Italy hanging on to a 1-goal lead against Lebanon. Dumped in to the near boards, giving chase is Lebanon. Italy trying to win the battle here, try and get a stick on it. Intercepted by Lebanon, back to the point. Kakab had it, now retrieves it back. Less than a minute remaining. Off the foot of Kakab, misplayed. Italy now. Opportunity to get the empty net, they do! What a play by Daniel Vernacci. Rifled that one into the empty net very quickly off the boards. As Team Italy celebrates. .1 seconds left. See if Lebanon continues to keep 6 runners on the floor. They're going to put Lorenko back in net. No, they're going to keep 6 runners on the floor. Italy 37 seconds away from the gold medal.
Assisted by 15,
So Italy gains possession here. 20 seconds left. Content to just kill the clock, not go for the empty net. Smart hockey right there. Lebanon giving chase. Go back behind the net to the captain, Giustini. Giustini dumping it back off for Conforti. And that should do it. Congratulations to Team Italy. Winners of the men's B division gold medal. First in Team Italy's history. Lebanon, second consecutive silver medal after their loss in 2022 overtime to Bermuda. Hey, nothing to hang your head about. It's hard to medal. It's hard to win in this sport. Phil Lorenko being consoled by his teammates. Listen, Lorenko played outstanding in this game. He has absolutely nothing to hang his head about. Can understand that you're frustrated and disappointed, but you're going home with the silver medal, right? You came in second. Believe me, there's a lot of other teams that would have been honored to have been in this position. Appreciate the man's passion. So we will have the medal presentation here.
A couple of minutes, right back to you.
While we're waiting for them to get the medal table set up, we will go ahead and recap the scoring here. So Italy ends up winning 4-2, and as soon as the page reloads, okay, there we go. So Daniel Patricia opened it up, assisted by Dettori and Vernacci. Lebanon answered Adam Chebley, assisted by Matthews. And then Italy went back up, Daniel Vernacci, assisted by Dettori. Lebanon tied it up on the power play. Paul Kakab, assisted by Abu Musa and Chebley. And then the game-winning goal, unassisted, Anthony Roberto Rinaldi. And then the empty netter, Daniel Vernacci, assisted by Sarno. So Vernacci with 3 points on the day. Big game for him. For Lebanon, Adam Chebley, a goal and assist. Paul Kakab, the other goal scorer. You know, a story really for Lebanon, I think, was their netminder in calling this game. I mean, Lorenko was just outstanding. Made a lot of great saves.
We start now the official ceremony. Our officials for this official ceremony at the end of the final will be Ilya Pascuso, President of the ISBHF, and Claudia Nessie, Vice President of the organization coordinating the World Championship of Hockey in Visp and Raron.
So Claudia Nesser, Vice President of the organizing committee, out on the floor along with ISBHF President Elio Pascuso. So congratulations to Italy, their first ever gold medal in the men's B pool. Lebanon, their second consecutive silver medal. And again, it's hard to get here, right? You know, I appreciate the frustration of any team that takes home the silver medal, right? You come so close, but you know, once the disappointment winds down, very proud to have that silver medal. Well, absolutely no shock there. Best player of the game, Filip Lorenko. He was just outstanding all game. And really, I mean, that last goal, you know, was it controversial? Sure, of course. You know, if you're a Lebanon fan back home, right, you know, you hate to see the team lose that way, but that's hockey, man. Sometimes just stuff happens. Teams are so evenly matched. They're so close together, and all it takes is just a ball squirting loose. It's all it takes. So Daniel Vernacci, congratulations, sir, winning player of the game here in the gold medal division. Okay, we'll get a photo here. See the look of disappointment on Lorenko's face as Vernacci, you know, offers him a great game, brother. And for Italy, you know, B pool gold medal. It's not what they wanted, right? They started out in the A division, but listen, going home with some hardware, right? It's better than going home with none.
This is his last international game as a referee. The referees of this game were Andreas Sakas and Alexander Vasa.
So congratulations to the referees. As you heard them announce, one of the referees, this is their last tournament for the ISBHF. That's that referee right there, Alexandros Sakos. Congratulated by ISBHF President Elio Pascuso. And for those unaware how referees are appointed to work gold medal games, right? So they are graded and judged by the referee-in-chiefs for North America, Michael Wabi. There is also a European referee-in-chief, Yaroslav Mirak. So they're not just arbitrarily assigned at the beginning of the tournament, right? These are the referees who have been graded the highest. They get the privilege of working the gold medal game.
The best goalkeeper from team Italy, 57, Christopher Giannone.
Jetzt
So best goalkeeper goes to Italy, Christopher Ciparoni. With just that outstanding haircut, boy, I tell you, you know, he's another Christopher. And far be it from me to ever disparage a fellow Chris. That just takes a lot of guts to walk around with that type of haircut, man. That is just outstanding work by a Chris. So Paul Kakab wins Most Valuable Defenseman. Congratulations, sir. Tell you, one of the great things about Ciparoni's haircut, boy, it is providing a lot of joy to the cameraman and the audio people next to me up here in the bird box. So Most Valuable Forward from Portugal, Matthew Rosso, number 91. Congratulations, sir. So the cameraman, the audio engineer, other people providing the production are local people for Switzerland. So for them to see a haircut like Ciparoni, it's interesting to say the least. As Abumosa, I believe, wins top scorer in the B division.
The best scorer from team. He's over there, 22 scorer points, 18, Andrew Abumosa.
Pardon me, that was not. So Andrew Abumosa gets top scorer. As they line up to take pictures here. So congratulations to number 18, Joseph Nicholas Abumosa. I am checking stats.isbhf.com. So this guy had a heck of a tournament, man. Played 9 games, had 7 goals and 16 assists for 23 total points. Might be a record in the B pool once we get that records project I talked about earlier in the broadcast going. That might be a record. That's a lot of points in one tournament.
Meine Damen und Herren, wir werden jetzt das All-Star-Team von B-Pool bekannt geben. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now announce the B-Pool All-Star Team.
So Andrew Abumosa wins Most Valuable Scorer and Most Valuable Player and top scorer. Apologize for getting that wrong. Been a long week, folks. Doing the best I can up here. Appreciate it. Now they'll announce the All-Star team. Lorenko makes it as the netminder for the All-Star team. Congratulations. Outstanding all week.
Die Verteidiger sind the defensemen are from team Portugal, 93, Adam Carreira.
Defenseman from Portugal, number 93, Adam Carreira.
Oui, mais c'est ce qu'on disait hier avec l'autre photographe, c'est son nom, Andrea, je crois. Dans les filles, la All-Star Team.
From team Italy, number 7, Jason Granito.
From Italy, other defenseman, number 7, Granito.
Non, justement, ouais, mais c'est bizarre. C'est ce qu'on discutait hier avec Andrea, justement.
Die Stürmer sind the forwards are from team Cayman Islands, number 16, Thomas Stowers. He is not there for the moment, but he will receive his trophy as well. next one is from team aus der Mannschaft Bermuda, 71, Robbie Bailey.
So they announced a player made the All-Star team from the Cayman Islands. He's not here. Thomas Stovart had 10 points in the tournament. Congratulations to him. He's not here to receive his award, but there you see number 71, Robbie Bailey from Bermuda. Congratulations, Robbie Bailey.
The next speler aus der Mannschaft, next forward from team Great Britain, 19, Elliot Lewis.
Robbie Bailey had 9 points on the tournament. And then the final forward from Great Britain, Elliot Lewis. Congratulations to that young man. Great Britain had the youngest roster in the tournament. So Elliot Lewis had 5 points in 7 games. Obviously not a lot of points compared to some of the other players, but believe me, I called a lot of Great Britain games, and on hustle alone, this kid earned it. Just flying around the rink every time he was out on the floor, man, giving 100%.
Das Team, das den zweiten Platz im B-Pool der ISBHF Weltmeisterschaft 2024 belegt, ist das Team Lebanon. The team finishing in second place in the B-Pool of the 2024 ISBHF Men's World Ball Hockey Championship is Team Lebanon. We ask the team to accept the medals.
Okay, so they're going to pass out the medals here. I still have 2 more games to call. The next game starts at 1 p.m. It'll be the United States versus the hometown Swiss in the men's bronze medal game. I'm going to go ahead and rest my vocal cords, folks. They are hanging on by a thread. I appreciate you putting up with me. I'm sure you've heard me chewing a lot of mints, swallowing a lot of water, trying to keep them lubricated. I am not going to stay around. I am not going to risk blowing a vocal cord in the final 2 games. So that'll do it. Congratulations to Team Italy to take home the men's B-Pool gold medal, first in that program's history. And hey, for Lebanon, something to build on, right? It's hard to get to the gold medal game. You just did it 2 years in a row. I understand you're a little upset. You're taking home silver again, but it's something to build on. Congratulations to Coach James Brown. All his fans back home who are tuning in for the Ottawa Godfathers. He did an outstanding job this week. Very well respected by everybody here at the ISBHF. We appreciate all the great work he's done. So we'll be back 1 p.m. local time for the United States taking on hometown Swiss. We'll see you soon, folks. Enjoy the medal presentation.
Yeah, he's a neurologist. I work in neurology and brain stuff, and he's a brain, yeah. Oh my God, really? You happen to know him? Would that be the funniest thing? No. Wait a minute. Oh my God. There you go. L-E-I-S-T. Oh, no. Thomas was there. It's you. Yes.
We ask the captain of Team Lebanon to accept the trophy. De bitten de kapitein de Mannschaft Lebanon die trofee entgegen zu nemen.
Yeah, ask her because I know that they've traveled. I mean, it's family up there.
The 2024 ISBHF Men's World Ball Hockey Championship B-Pool champion is Team Italy. Und das ist unsere Medals. Der Sieger der Italian and Lebanese Meisterschaft der Männer 2024 in B-Pool ist das Team Italien, der bitte das Team in Medaille entgegenzusehen.
Oh yeah, like imaging, like radiology. So like MRI, CAT scan, yes, yeah. So I do neurology testing. I do I work on people's brains, and I do stuff like that. Yeah. You would. Everybody. Oh yeah. I mean. No, you talk to them, we don't understand each other that much, but you just smile and just, we get it together. But everyone's been, everybody here is just,
I can't ask my sister because she is in Cyprus.
I'll give you my email too. Oh, you know what I have?
Well, you can write me.
Oh yeah, I'll email you, go. And then I have, a card.
You gave me. Yeah.
Oh, I did, this thing?
I have the pink one.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I get this card and then you take a picture of it and then it has all my. Do you have Instagram and
I took so many cards.
Yeah.
Just, and I didn't give my number to many people.
Oh,
only two. If you have another one. So if you
I won't get it out.
WhatsApp, it's gonna be.
Oh, good. And I'll let you know.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think what I'm gonna do.
Well, you know what's good about that? You take a picture and it's on your phone, but then you have to remember who it is.
You know what? I did maybe, I would say, maybe 40 or 50 new number in my phone.
Yeah.
So
I know, I've met some of the people. Yeah. No hockey.
I'm gonna open my computer, my laptop, and I'm gonna say, hey.
Who is this? Delete. I'll never see these people again. So do you work for the company at the rink or the company that does that? Or what do you do? What's your...
I'm
Okay.
director, photograph. I'm always late in the time.
Yeah.
I translate it in English.
Oh, wow.
And then I have to send it to the papers.
That's awesome. Okay.
I'm really proud because a lot of people today, it's our actual team.
Nice.
Yeah, the journalist
Local people.
doesn't even write or something.
Do you they sell the newspaper in print? Or is it online?
Oh,
So I'll have to look for it. I'd like to buy one and see what they call it.
here is the one city. Here, we can find the one city.
You can, in this city here.
Yeah.
In Visp. Okay, okay. In like some of the regular stores, or like the
I don't know.
I was wondering like the little like the co-op stores, like do they have we can get newspapers anywhere, but I didn't know if they sell them at a certain place.
Yeah, we can. Once a board is
Meine Damen und Herren, wir werden die Nationalhymne der Siegermannschaft. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the winning team, the World Championship Ball Hockey 2024, Team Italy. chairperson of Team Italy to accept the trophy of B-Pool World Championship Ball Hockey 2024 in Visp and Raron. Wir bitten die Kapitänmannschaft Italien die Trophäe gegenzunehmen als B-Pool Champion Ball Hockey 2024 in Visp und Raron. Congratulations, Team Italy! One decision follows the next. The eine folgt the other. We have a bronze game going on in approximately 45 minutes between Team USA and home Team Switzerland. En ungefähr 45 Minuten wird das Bronzespiel ausgetragen hier in der Monza Arena zwischen Team USA und Team Schweiz. And of course, don't forget the final, the last game of this 2024 ISBHF World Championship in Visp and Raron on 1600 hours between Canada and Czech Republic. Und nicht vergessen, der Finale um 4 Uhr nachmittags, der Finale von 2024 ISBHF Weltmeisterschaften in Visp und Raron zwischen Team Kanada und Team Tschechien.